and we're socially distanced. What say you, my brother?
You call it social distancing. I call it Bart distancing.
Yeah, he didn't want to be around me because I thought I might have a temperature. And I was wearing this hat. And he said, get away from me.
Well, and you said Seth had kind of had something over the weekend as well, just being congested. And
he did. Yeah. He came home from school. He had a bit of that, you could hear him in the other room and he had a little cough. And then sure enough, I got a little congested. My ear is shut down, which is perfect because if you were sitting next to me, I wouldn't really be able to hear what you're saying.
Which the only thing is, I remember, young kids and them bringing stuff home, and yeah, I mean that stuff spreads like wildfire. So I was like, nah, maybe I don't want to be near you.
Yes, yeah, that's what you use for the excuse. First of all, this is the Waterford pilgrimage bottle. We were over there, and so we were able to get this. And you have one there as well. Now I'm going to open mine. You are not opening yours.
Well, this is a single farm. This isn't the Cuvee. Okay. This is the Sheestown. That's what I was telling you.
Oh,
this is a single. This is one of their first releases over there, which I don't know if that's the right pronunciation or not.
I'm sure you nailed it.
I don't. It'd be like
taking your full screen.
Single farm Sheestown edition 1.1. So what's neat, let me show you real quick before you click back out. On the back of the bottles from Waterford, there's going to be a code, and you can see it right. If I can get my finger, where's that? Right there.
Boxtown. Oh,
this code, you can go. You'll be able to go to the Waterford site and enter that code into their database, and it'll tell you everything about this whiskey.
I love it. All right. So you've got that, you call it the Sheestown. It's probably pronounced like Cuvee.
Yeah.
What kind of janky hat is that? Says Claire the Third. This is a Scottish tam that my sister made on her YouTube show, Claire, and people like it. She loves the show Outlander.
You keep calling it a Scottish tam, and I don't know if it's technically a Scottish tam because it was made in Florida. That's all I'm saying. It's a Floridian tam.
It's in the style of a Scottish tam. Claire likes it, but he likes to be negative. Christopher Malloy, hello, gentlemen. And the Whiskey Scout says, good morning, boys. And David Park says, morning, gents. We got some Waterford going here. I've got the pilgrimage. Scott has, we don't know how to pronounce it.
Sheestown. Yeah, but I'm just drinking water. I've been on a hiatus from whiskey. Bart and I were short shows. Actually, I haven't had whiskey in like 9 days or so. We needed to get a couple of review shots, so I drank just a little bit. We did Glenmorangie 10 and the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. So I really watched what I was drinking. I just had a few little sips, and moving on from, I'm just drinking water now to kind of stay in my hiatus.
He's staying in a hiatus. Oh, look at this. Malted in Montreal. The Scotch Test hipsters. Thank you.
I see Lee, Scotch on the Bayou, is tuning in. Leo Chav, Dram Yankee, Loch Ness.
I think the tam is cool. That's what that means, Bruno.
Uncle Nate drinks whiskey. Hell's Wid says, evening, gents. Taz 17. David Parks. I was going to say the Whiskey Scout, too, we need to hook up with. We haven't met up with Robert for a while.
Loch Ness is in. Hello, all. Nate drinks whiskey. Look at this. He's yelling, and I should have tested Waterford style, baby. Waterford style.
Dan Swank wants to know if it's made of mushrooms.
Oh, look at that. All right, what else we got in here?
Well, I'll tell you,
piling in. Look at that.
Hell's Wid wants to know if I was having withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring it up. Oh, you're trying to bring it up.
I'm bringing it up too, and you keep.
We were battling over who was going to bring it up. We were turning it off.
I'll tell you the third night. Wasn't necessarily withdrawals, but usually my day ends. I wind down. The wife and the kids are in bed. I sit up watching TV and I have a dram or two. That's my daily wind down. not having that at the end of the day is just the hardest part. But the third night, I was up watching TV and I really wanted to drink. I felt something was absent. I was like, I need something in my hand. So I got some ice cream.
I like the way that story went. That story, I thought you were going to go dirty for a second. So I got me a breast. What? No. He meant red breast. Come on. No. Okay. So no whiskey. You were getting some headaches.
Yes. Yeah. I thought it was my pillow. I thought, man, I'm gonna have to get a new pillow because I keep getting these headaches and stuff. And then finally, there was 2 nights. They were a week apart. I had a retirement party that I went to, and I didn't have that much. I had 4 or 5 drinks over the course of several hours. And then the next weekend, we hung out, sat outside, smoked a cigar. And again, I had like 4 drinks, normal drams, ounce and a half over the course of a couple hours. Didn't feel that drunk, but man, I just got a serious pounding headache again. And finally, I realized, I was like, it kind of coincided with those 2 nights of having more whiskey than I generally do. And thought I better let me test this and see. So it's been 9 or 10 days now. No headaches, no drinking at night. So, which I don't know if it's laying down after whiskey that's doing it, kind of like some of the problems you're having. Because when we've shot reviews in the daytime before, I've never had a problem, never gotten a headache in the daytime. So I don't know what the deal was.
Yeah. I don't try not to drink too much after 8 o'clock at night because it just kind of roughs up my stomach a little bit. So, but Luis Sanchez is in. Hey, Scott, why don't you take us through a roll call? You haven't done that in a while. We got 33 eyeballs on. Do you want to roll call us?
I did. I went through, we had a few, I think we've called out most up to Dan Swank, Dram Yankee, Whiskey Ace, Luis Sanchez, we see there commenting.
Yep.
Point Hemphill.
Hemp.
Swami says that he had to give up drinking a couple of months ago, he says, for health reasons.
He only gets, and Christopher Malloy only gets headache with beer and wine. Yeah, so Scott's doing a little bit of an experiment. And we'll see.
So the first Saturday, the retirement party, I just had bourbon. And man, it just gave me a splitting headache. So the next weekend, when I had a cigar and some whiskeys, I had both Scotch and bourbon, and the splitting headache returned.
Now I got a question.
I'm hoping if it's whiskey that's doing it, that it's bourbon and not Scotch that's causing it. Because I'd rather give up bourbon than I would Scotch.
Well, on both those headache occasions, was your wife with you?
Yes.
Could be her.
I'm not saying that though.
Just kidding, Mandy. She'll be like, "What? I'm going to whoop him. I'll come over there and get attacked." Hi, dummies. Hope all is well. Everything's going great, Neil. Everything is going wonderful. We are social distancing today because I was feeling a little under the weather, as we referenced, but a lot of people weren't in yet. And so we decided that we would just socially distance just in case I had something. I wasn't feeling all that great. So
I do like this guy right here. Oh,
dang it. We're battling.
Let me click too. Damn.
Oh, really? Hashtag me click too?
Yeah. Pharmacists do it over the counter. That's I like that name.
That is a good one. That's a great name. little cheeky.
But anyway, yeah. So we just got together. We filmed a couple reviews. I did have just a little bit. That's actually the first whiskey I've had now in that 9 or 10 day span. But I'm hoping to go at least another week. I'd like to make it at least 2 weeks just to see and really it's been a while since I've gone that long without any whiskey. So a break would do me good anyway.
Yes, I took a 14 or a 15-day break when I was basically activated for 12-hour days for that long a period. So I just was like, you know what? We'll just roll that in. And it was a good break to take.
Well, those were good days though too, to have a drink or two at the end of the day. That's the
Yeah,
way
not for me though. Yeah. I just used it as a chance to do a break myself. Now let's get into Waterford. I told you
Yep.
when we started, so we're going to be sampling this the Cuvee first Cuvee pilgrimage, Waterford Irish single malt whiskey, and we went there in 2019. Had a ball. One of my favorite things ever, still related to whiskey, was going to Seamus Duggan's farm and actually seeing the barley grown, and then doing a little taste off right in his kitchen. And I just told the story the other day where he was like, and I can't do an Irish accent, so I won't, but he was like, have you learned any kind of Irish slang? And I said, yeah, I found out that I'm always shagging Scott. And the whole place was like, what? What? Oh my God. Even his French guy that was there, they were like, shagging. What? Wow, oh my God. And I said, oh my God. Scott's like, he means slagging, not shagging. And yeah, I realized what I had said and got red. I got him.
Well, yeah, slagging means hanging
trash.
Yeah.
Get ripping on each other.
Bart, I think you mentioned I'd been shagging on everybody over there or something.
No, I think I said you.
Yeah.
That I'm always, I've been shagging Bruno a lot.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shagging Scott. And they were all like, there was like, what? And then I realized what I said, and I was like, whoops. So, but we are going to be sampling this Waterford, or I will be. Scott's not going to. He's going to stay with just water on this one. So we'll get into that. What is Go Hab saying?
We're at.
Oh, it was something you had it up saying, go Pete.
Oh, he likes peated whiskeys, but peated whiskeys do not like him.
Oh. So see if I can get this.
Well, and I might even have to just, I might even choose to back off just a little bit, just do less recreational drinking, more just business for the show, just tone it down for a while.
Yes. Richard Agnew points out that shagging, ellipsis, slagging, ellipsis, there's a key difference between the two. Steady as she goes, boys. Steady as she goes. Yep. Yeah, we brought that party to a halt when I was like that. And then Scott was like, hold on. He misspoke. Man, I should have prepped this bottle. I thought it was going to tear down real simple. And it's got a little broken.
So yeah, the Cuvee that you're cracking on there, this was Waterford just started coming into the States. There's 4 bottles that I believe have been released now, brought in by Whiskey Raj, who owns Glass Revolution Imports. They're responsible for bringing Waterford in. They've had some different bottles released in the UK already. The Sheestown here is one of them. Like I said, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. Is what SHEESTOWN. And this is a 70 or a 700 milliliter bottle. Whiskey Raj got us because we went over there. What was that? Over there last year.
Over there.
The Cuvee or pilgrimage was kind of the first bottling actually that they did. And they made sure a lot of the people involved with the initial with helping kind of that helped Waterford go, got a bottle of the Cuvee.
Now, I like the cork. You know what this is reminiscent of? The Jubilee whiskey.
Oh yeah, from Single Cask Nation.
Yep, it's that glass cork with a seal on it. You pop it, and then it comes up clean.
Bart, it should be one of these should be in your box there as well. The Cuvee, nice little thank you letter from Mark Rainier.
Yeah, oh yeah, look at that. That's nice, signed and everything. Yep. No, so I told Scott before we even went live here, I said, and it really has nothing to do with the fact that it does have something to do with the fact we were there and I got to try all the new make. Going there, I was definitely thinking, man, I don't think the type of barley is going to matter that much. It's distilled. It's just a distilled spirit that's coming up. And then sure enough, we go into their little like laboratory room with all these thousands of new make, and we start trying it. Actually, we still got to get together, and once we come together, I want to try your organic blended new make, or not new make, sorry, the single farm. And it did matter. So, and I'm going to go out on a limb here. Much like Brook Lottie's huge, and I love Brook Lottie and all the stuff they do with their single farms. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be doing the same with Waterford, if I can get the thing to come up right. Waterford is going to be a house, well, maybe not household name. It'll be a well-known name in whiskey. That's my prediction. I'm going to predict it. Mic drop. What was that? Mic drop. That glass cork too. What was this? Bart, I started singing the same tune. Yes. Yes. All right. So let's pour a little bit of this. What say you, Scott? I made a bold prediction. Maybe it's not that bold.
A bold prediction.
Well, that Waterford's
going to be... Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Now, I will tell you, though, too, and you know, some controversy, pricing of the bottles in the States anyway. I think they're a little bit cheaper in the UK. I think they're paying 50 to 60 pounds. We're going to be paying about $90 US dollars here in the States for the single farm releases. The organic release, Gaia, I think is how it's pronounced. That's the first organic that's being brought over is going to be around $110. Now you're looking at 4-year-old whiskey,
right?
It's young, pricey,
yeah,
but it's good. Is it as good as it's going to be? No, it's going to get better.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is something. I'm just telling you, the care and the meticulousness that Mark takes, and the whole idea. You know, even the farmers, that was why it was so nice to hang out with Seamus. Seamus was like, when they came to the farmers, I don't know, we're out here in Kansas where they got a co-op, and they brought all the farmers together and like, hey, this guy's coming in, he's going to have a distillery, and he wants to keep all your grains separate. It'll be distilled separate. They're all like, grain, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then, you know, and he said, you know, once you sell your grain, it's just a commodity. You don't know what it goes to, bread, beer, whatever. And, you know, and so I don't know. I mean, it's the attention to detail. Like you said, the code. Go ahead. What do you got there?
Just comment from Cunal is how I'd pronounce it. I know he tunes in quite a bit. Cuvee is a $1,400 bottle now at auction. Nice uncorking.
Wow.
I got 4 more recently. The Sheestown, which is what this bottle is here, the Ballymorgan and the Bannow Island, and Ballykilcaven, which I'm sure I really butchered the pronunciation, all those Irish names. But those are UK releases that they did that we did not get here in the States.
Yeah. We're going to have to put Cuvee in the title.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing, quite honestly. You know, maybe that's part of having the show as well. I'm a drinker. I like to pop them open and try them. So, and share them. So there you go. Got to run, feel better, Scott. That's actually Bart that needs to feel better. Oh, maybe it's Scott too with the whiskey.
Yeah. From Swami. See you, Swami. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
David Parks comments. He says, by the way, Scott, caramel colorant is documented to cause headaches and migraines in some. That could be, we'll have to look into it because they've been bad headaches. So
I think it's menopause. You're slagging. Slagging on you.
You've got the Cuvee there, Bart. Give us some initial thoughts and stuff. Now, I'll tell you, too, not only you, but just some of the other comments I'd heard on some of these initial releases, young, maybe some of the White Dog is coming through, some of the youth of the whiskey. I believe that to be the virgin oak casks that are being used, because we got to try those over there, and it was my least favorite. It just had this kind of twang to it from that virgin oak. The two whiskeys that I have of those 4 bottle samples that we got, Bart, I definitely preferred the one that had the least amount of the virgin oak of the 4 barrels that they're using, barrel types. And those will be the ones that I look for, are those with less amount of that virgin oak, because I think that's that influence of that's coming through. And maybe as it ages and gets older, it won't be as prominent.
Well, yeah, you told me I'm crazy thinking that's the new make. To me, I think that's some new make I'm picking up, but you think it's the virgin oak. I will admit your taster's probably a little bit better than mine. Either my wife has come home for lunch or somebody's breaking into the home. So if you see me screaming all of a sudden and somebody's taken this Cuvee at gunpoint, you know I'm in trouble. All right, nosing wise, I wanted to let it open a little bit. It's interesting. I get a little bit of it's definitely a vanilla honey. It's got kind of what I call that. It reminds me of a touch of citrus, or that clean, crisp pear nose to it. Definitely getting the malted barley.
Now I was looking. Do they have the breakdown of that on there? Might be on the box, maybe even of the percentages, because they're going to. Okay, so Waterford is going to use 4 different types of wood. They're going to use prior filled American oak, virgin American oak, premium French, and Vin du Natural, as they call it.
I can never say that. I like how you said. I was waiting for you to say the Vin du Natural. I don't see it on the box. Yeah, once I get the Vin du down, I always want to blow that. I can say natural. This is free from coloring, additive, and chill filtration. None of that's going on here. Product of Ireland. It doesn't say on the box. There's a lot of literature on the bottle here. It is bottle 0469 out of 1500. Irish ingredients are simply Irish barley, water, and yeast, free from coloring, additives, and chill filtration. There is a code. The terroir code is on here, which is cool.
You'd be able to go to Waterford, type in that code, and pull up everything about that bottle.
Do you want to look it up? Right
now? No.
Okay, no, you do.
What we may have to do is get together once we're both feeling better and maybe take an individualized look at that bottle.
Oh, definitely.
Whiskey Ace is asking, I think, about the virgin oak. He says sour, sap, or bitter quality. I say it's a little bitter, the virgin oak. It comes off a little bitter to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I get on new make, though, is a little bit of that, that bitter, young rawness, a little bit, just a hint.
Yeah.
Mm.
They are similar, I think.
Now, there's no seal on this. That's something to pay attention to. So,
what do you mean?
Ooh. Well, I'm used to a strap so that if I pop that seal, you could tell I'd popped it. I'm used to that.
You took the seal off.
Oh, the plastic seal. You're right. I was thinking of the strap, though. God dang. See, I am ill. Where is it?
I'm like, what are you talking about? There's no seal on it.
I'm used to a strap as well. Not only in America, you will have this and you'll have a strap, which is what I call it. That's kind of what I was trying to reference there. Wow, I get a whole lot of cream, strong vanillas in the finish. The finish is still going on. I'll come back for the forefront. Oh, yeah. Beautiful vanilla honey cream. Lingering a long, long time in the finish. Still there.
Good is pointing out that young whiskey, 60 to 100 pounds, seems to be the norm from the newer distilleries in England, Scotland, and Ireland at the moment. mentioning Bimber and the Lakes Distillery, etc. So,
Wow, a touch of oak right on the forefront. Very not strong though. Not for me. I'm not a big fan of the oak flavor, so it's just a touch. And then that malted barley in the mid palate, just a slight hint of like that grassy note. And then it rolls right into that cream vanilla honey. I'm going to try a touch of water, but that is really nice, neat.
now I'm sure as well, I was going to say that's probably 50% like all the other
It
bottles.
is. Yep. 50 ABV. Very nice.
Now, Dram Yankee is tuning in as well as Jason, the Mash and Drum. But Dram Yankee says he's talking to the Mash and Drum. He had a first. He was able to acquire and try a recent release before Jason was able to put up his review of the ECBP C920, which we also just picked up. And we should get that review probably shot and posted within a couple weeks anyway.
Yes. Let's see. Christopher Malloy says, homie don't like paying more than 60. Homie don't play that.
So are you getting any of that virgin oak or the youth there with the Cuvee?
I am not. I don't get any kind of that. I added a touch of water, see if it'll open up anymore. The highlight of that first sip neat is definitely the long lingering. I had at least a minute of that creamy vanilla honey cream finish. Just kept going and going and going. I think it might have gone past a minute, but I wanted to come back and get the forefront. So the nose didn't seem to change. I put a little tiny drop of water in. Well, maybe a little bit. I seem to be getting a little bit more like a, almost like what I call a Caro syrup or a corn syrup. I know there's no corn. It's just that sweet nose is coming through is what I'm describing. Wow. And the malted barley's there as well. Maybe it did change up a little bit because I'm definitely getting that sweeter nose with the malted barley wrapped in there.
Well, and that's even the neck pour off of that bottle. So as that bottle's opened up and gets a little bit of oxygen in there, it should change even to the better from that.
Wow. A little bit better mouthfeel with the drop of water, a little bit more of a full, not quite a velvet coating, but it definitely coated the entire upper palate, the sides of my cheeks. Seems a little hard to believe, but even a little sweeter with that touch of water in there. Rolling again into that fabulous vanilla honey creamed finish. I'm going to see how long this lingers. I'm not going to sip on that again. We're going to let her linger a little bit. See what'll hold in there. We got 46. What do you got? A comment that rolled in I didn't see?
Nope. I just.
You laughing at my hat? You laughing at my hat?
Yep.
You saw it. I can actually shield myself from your displeasure and then boom, come back in. Shield and back. So the hat's making me feel good.
Excuse me.
Oh my, what are you? Hello. Don't be yawning when I'm trying to do comedy. That's 100%.
That was.
There you go. Spanky's hat. Yeah, there you go. You're right. I think Spanky did have a hat. He did have a Scottish tam now that you mention it. That's going way back, Malloy. I like it. Scott would be doing alfalfa if he had the hair.
Yeah, it is my favorite.
You liked it? You liked alfalfa?
Yeah.
I like Spanky. Spanky was tough. Back when kids were kids. They were left to their own to create their own kids' world. Let's see. Virgin oak and malt whiskey. What is this? Is a very delicate relationship.
Yeah, I think so too.
Let's see.
That's why a lot of distilleries don't use that much virgin oak.
Sour sap or bitter quality. If it's with this, no. If it's what Scott's talking about, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, no, I already had that comment up and talked about it where we were talking about the virgin oak and I said it's more bitter.
Got it. Sorry. I was in the midst of trying to examine the flavors. All right, so I would say it went about a minute, the finish. My mouth still has a little bit of a feel of the coating, but it's not like I can pick up any more of the flavors. I probably have a hint of that malted barley still on my palate. Ah, there we go. Ote. All right. Leo says, oops, I missed a click. Spanky was my fave. There you go. Gosh, that was a good show. I'd forgotten about that. Deanston Virgin Oak is fabulous. I do like that.
That's a good one. Yep.
Yeah, it's a great one. Oh, so let's see.
Well, I was gonna say we're around the 30-minute mark, so I think we ought to, if you want to keep this one shorter, if you want to.
Well, let's see if anybody's got any questions, then we can get out of here. We got a good number that's come in. We got 45 folks. Anybody got any general dummy questions? So bring them up if you got them. And if not, we can close out of here at about 35. Lecheg 13. Oh, look at that. That's a nice, I like Lecheg. Did I clicked wrong again? Hold on. Nope, there it is. Yeah, I had a single cast nation. They put out some good stuff. So Lecheg 13 and a McDuff 13 over the weekend and was blown away. Has anyone tried any of their other bottlings? I have a bunch of their bottlings. One of their problems is they've gotten so popular, they're having to do these lotteries, these drawings just to purchase. And I told them one of the things that was a turnoff I really wanted, I forget which bottle it was. And they did like 6 drawings where I kept getting rejected. You did not win. Rejected. You did not win. I'm like, stop it. Stop. Quit doing it. Rejected. You did not win. I'm like, oh my God. And then if you won, you had to get on and like close the purchase within a minute because you could run out or they could run out. And I think I was at work and I got an email. And by the time I checked it, it said I had won. And then I went to purchase and they were like, sorry, we've run out of bottles. And I'm like, oh my God. And I felt abused. First, I didn't win. Then I won, but I was so slow getting in that the group they'd put it out finally closed out the deal. And I was like, I'm not playing that game again. Where'd you get that bottle of Waterford? Is it local to you? Mine or Scott's?
Well, these are both from the same source anyway. There are 4 bottles that were just brought into the States. We did kind of quick hitter reviews of those 4 samples, the 4 bottles that are coming into the States. They're different than some of the releases that have been done in the UK. So these bottles actually came from Waterford through Whiskey Raj with Glass Revolution Imports that's bringing Waterford into the States. But we were invited over to Waterford last year. We went over. Anybody that was involved with Waterford from on the financial end to the kind of the marketing end to the farmers, all of that was able to get the Cuvee, which was their first release.
Right.
And that's what that bottle is that Bart has there. That's actually the Cuvee that Mark Rainier and Waterford arranged for us to get through Whiskey Raj.
Yes. So the pilgrimage was just from being over there. So where's your matching hat? Yep, I was going to hit that too, brother. My sister didn't make one for him. So I went to my sister's channel. My sister made this. Her channel is Rehash Fiber. So she did this whole deal where she knits. It should be called Knit and Shit. But she's got a legit channel where she spins fiber and does all this stuff. She lives in Tampa. And she made this hat and then said, hey, if I send you the hat, will you then come on my show? And she only has a small group of followers, like 500 subscribers. And she said, but would you come on and run me and my subscribers through a tasting? So I did that. Now, it's a pretty long show. She had to break it into 2. She found out, as Scott does, I tend to talk. But I used the Tomatin 12 and I ran them through a very nice slow dilution and then stepped it up all the way to neat. And my sister did a really good job picking up some taste. If you want to see a fun show, go to Rehash Fiber. She's on YouTube and you can see where we chit chat. So that's what that is. Love the hat, Bart, Scotch Test Dummies. It is a classy looking bottle. They did a good job. It's got these nice ribs on it here. So very cool. And then are you working on those Riot police shirts? Now that is pretty good. I saw Scott laugh at that.
Yeah. I was thinking the quiet Riot is another one too.
Yep, that would be good. All right, we should do that. All right. If nobody's got any other questions, we're at 35 minutes and 50 seconds. So do you want to wrap it, brother?
Let's wrap it.
All right. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
Thanks, everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it.
All right. Cilantro dummies. Waterford, baby. Boom. Winding down.
Take us out.